If you're here today, you're asking yourself one very important, life-changing question. Should I start powerlifting? And I am here to tell you, the short answer is yes. You should start powerlifting now in 2021. Here are 10 reasons why every woman should powerlift at least once in her life. Increased bone health, body recomposition, and reaching your aesthetic goals. More muscle mass for when you're old. Confidence, body image, and self-esteem skyrocketing. A sense of belonging and a community. Gym dogs, is that even a question? More hiding places for your feelings. Hiding from your problems with all the hours that you spend in the gym. Looking generally cool and intimidating, if that's your vibe. And finally, the ability to crush a melon between your queen-like thighs. For more information on any of the content that we go over today, check the links in the description box and visit theeycblog.com. Reason number one why you should start powerlifting is for your bones. As you get older, a lot of individuals start to have a loss of bone density. This is known as osteoporosis, and this can lead to frailty and increased risk of injury, fractures, and breaks, generally just not good things. To combat this, studies have shown that resistance training and strength training early on can actually increase your bone mineral density, which can help to combat the effects of osteoporosis in old age. As a side note, osteoporosis is seen in older women more than it is in older men. So, ladies, this might be a wake-up call. Strength training is for you too. Reason number two is body recomposition. A lot of us have very aesthetic-driven goals. We want to look a certain way. We want to wear a certain size. We want to have a smaller number show up when we step on the scale. And these are all well and good. You are entitled to have the goals that you want. It's your body, and you can craft it into whatever magnificent shape you want it to be. But sometimes focusing on these goals can actually be counterproductive. Often, when people start resistance training, in particular powerlifting, by adding all of the muscle mass that you add in order to complete the lifts that you're attempting, you actually tend to lose a little bit of fat. This happens because as you lift weights, you end up with some micro tears in your muscles. And these micro tears need energy, or the calories that you eat, to be directed towards them so the body can rebuild this muscle, which means that you're using the calories that you're consuming in a more effective way to rebuild muscle. If you're in a deficit and you're not consuming enough calories to accomplish that task, you may actually use some of that stored body fat, really is just stored energy for later use, in order to accomplish these tasks. So you'll end up gaining muscle, losing fat, probably looking a little thinner, your clothes are probably going to feel a little bit more comfortable, and you're probably going to reach your aesthetic-based goals as a byproduct without the stress of focusing on them. Reason three is having more muscle when you get old. Again, we're going to talk about the aging process. I know it's a scary thought, but human beings around the age of 30 start to lose muscle mass. Think about when you're in your 80s. If you've been losing muscle mass every year since your 30s, you're going to have significantly less muscle now. And this can also lead to frailty and an increased risk of injury and falls. By building more muscle mass early on, you're going to have more to lose before it becomes a health risk. Reason four is an increased your confidence, improved body image, increased self-esteem, however you want to phrase it. As we talked about, body recomposition can occur when you start resistance training, and this can usually lead to accomplishing some of the goals that you set for yourself, but there's also a bit of a mindset shift. One of the factors of confidence and motivation is known as a positive training history. This kind of teeters into the mental skills training territory, so we're not going to go too deep right now, but as you reach those milestones, as you reach those goals, you're feeling successful, which leads to your motivation, which makes you want to keep working, so you make more progress, and then you hit the next milestone and you feel even more successful, which increases your motivation, and you keep making more progress and you hit the next milestone. Do you see the cycle here? It's actually a positive cycle. So by hitting all of these little milestones, you're going to be able to keep yourself moving forward, keep progressing, keep getting better, and these are tangible accomplishments that nobody can take from you. So it just gives you a new feeling of success that's a little bit easier to hold on to than something like weight that fluctuates so much. It gives you a mindset shift in terms of your goals, and then you end up, getting it all anyway, because here on this channel, we are about having your cake and eating it too. Reason number five is a community and a sense of belonging. A lot of my friends I met in the gym, I hang out with in the gym. I don't actually have to go out of my way to see them because I see them in the gym, and that is a time saver because I don't know about you, but I have a very, busy schedule. As much as I love coffee dates, I really don't have time. You also get a sense of belonging. You find like-minded people, people that want to push themselves in the same way, people that have common interests, and it just becomes a whole community of support and fun and jokes and bullshit. Honestly, there is a fair amount of bullshit in the gym, but it's good bullshit, so we're here for it, you know? Reason number 6, arguably the most compelling and important reason, is the gym dog. When you start powerlifting in particular, eventually, you will want to seek out a powerlifting gym. These gyms just tend to have more of the equipment and the space that you need. They have more of that community feeling that you're looking for, and they tend to be less crowded, so you can actually keep your head down and get your workout done. These gyms also tend to come with gym dogs. That's really it. Honestly, I want to have a gym solely so that I can also have a gym dog. Very important. Very important. Reason number 7. Now, if you are on TikTok, on Instagram, or on the internet in any capacity, you are probably aware that in 2021, we are now hiding our feelings in our muscles. So how do we hide our feelings better? Yeah, that's right. We get bigger muscles. And how do we get bigger muscles? We start powerlifting. Let me tell you, that really is the easiest way. Powerlifting, bodybuilding, any sort of resistance training, but I am very biased here, so I'm going to advocate for powerlifting. Now, a sidebar here. A major reason that a lot of women don't want to get into resistance training and powerlifting and strength sports is that they don't want to look bulky, and that is a super valid concern. It's your body, and you are entitled to want your body to look whatever way that you want. I want to look bulky. That is a goal of mine, and I have been powerlifting for years now, plural, S, and I don't look bulky. That's because you don't accidentally stumble into it. Getting that bulky appearance, getting that really lean cut muscular appearance, getting any sort of large muscle mass that you can flaunt, I mean, that takes work in and out of the gym. It takes time, and it takes a lot of patience. So if that is not your direct goal, you won't just wake up one day and wind up looking bulky. I really promise you it's not going to happen unless you want it to happen. And even then, it might not happen as quick as you want it to happen. Reason number 8, you will spend copious amounts of hours in the gym, and you will like it, and this will give you an excellent way to hide from your problems. Now, as we all know, powerlifters are very, very, very well known for taking extremely long rests between sets. We can get into why this happens. It does take 2 to 4 minutes for ATP regeneration to fully occur, but you're not here for that. You're here to find out how you can hide from your problems by taking up powerlifting. Taking up powerlifting can and will help you avoid all problems and responsibilities, at least for a portion of your day. Highly recommend, 10 out of 10. Reason number 9 is that you will look just generally cool. You will be loading plate after plate after plate after plate on your barbell, and everybody will look at you and say, oh my god, she is terrifying. I both want to be her and want to hide from her. At the same time, also, I would settle for being her best friend because she will protect me from anything that is no good. And it's a great feeling. Finally, reason number 10, a reason that I am still chasing, so I guess I can't really consider it a full reason. It's not a proven reason yet, but I would like to crush a watermelon between my thighs. This is a goal of mine. I can't wait till I can cross that off my bucket list, and I truly believe that powerlifting is the gateway to get me to melon crushing quads. If you have any suggestions on how to train for crushing melons, please let me know. So there you have it, 10 benefits to powerlifting, 10 different reasons why every woman should try powerlifting at least once. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you feel ready to take on the gym world. If you're nervous that you're going to be uncomfortable in the gym, if you're nervous that somebody's going to hit on you and be inappropriate, I can't say that it doesn't happen, but it doesn't happen as often as you would think. It really depends on the gym that you go to, but for the most part, if you wind up in a gym where people really just want to better themselves, really just want to lift, even if they really just want to ego lift and look like the coolest guy in the gym, that's what they're focused on. So they're not going to be focused on you trying to figure out how to squat comfortably, trying to figure out your deadlift stance and what cues actually resonate with you. Nobody's really going to pay attention to you. So if that's a fear of yours, it's very valid. I mean, I still feel that way sometimes in new gyms, but you put your headphones in, you start doing what you got to do, and eventually you just get in a flow. You start doing what you have to do, and you don't notice other people either. So you just got to remember that in the long run, everybody's there for themselves, and that includes you. You got to do this for you. As always, check out the links in the description box below. Visit theeycblog.com for more information. Subscribe and click that little bell to get notifications so you don't miss any future videos. This is powerlifting by women for women, and together we're going to find the strongest version of you, annihilate diet culture, and show them what it really means to do anything like a girl. See you in the next one.